Back to the daily grind, and y'all know we gotta talk about this. But before we do, make sure you hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Bruh. Floyd Mayweather was on TMZ and he got caught. Of course, you know how TMZ catches people. Writers are about to get in the car, you know what I'm saying? They happen to turn around, get a couple words in, and sometimes the people are feeling nice, like, oh, what's up, TMZ? Yeah, I'll tell you everything about what's going on with me and Connor. So that's what happened here. You know, Floyd Mayweather was on his way to the car. One TMZ guy approached him like, hey man, you know, when are you gonna start training with Tyron Woodley? Floyd Mayweather was like, we've been texting back and forth. We're going to start training real soon. We haven't started training yet, but we're going to soon. Now, what this is really leading into is a big media shitstorm about Floyd Mayweather's, you know, MMA appearance. Is Floyd Mayweather going to come into the UFC? I mean, all signs are pointing towards it, but nothing logic. It just doesn't even make sense, bro. Floyd Mayweather, 40 years old, never fought MMA, trying to come over and fight one of the greatest to do it. It's not like a boxer in his prime coming over and trying to fight in the UFC. This is a guy past his, you know, it's not going to make sense for anybody that knows about mixed martial arts. But there's a lot of casual fans that are like, hey, maybe Floyd Mayweather can come over here and make $1 billion. And it's like, he ain't even going to make $1 billion, because in order for Floyd to make $1 billion in MMA, he's going to have to fight multiple fights. After he gets his ass kicked in the first fight, or even if fucking by God's plan, miraculous, some way Floyd Mayweather won one fight in the UFC and made $100,000 or $250,000 or 200, however much million Floyd would make, he would lose the second fight. He would have to fight multiple fights in MMA to make the $1 billion people have been talking about. Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather talked about Floyd making $1 billion in the UFC off of multiple fights. Well, he's not gonna. You gotta win one, and then there's no way you're winning two. It's lightning's not striking twice. And if you're talking about 3 or 4 times, that's 3 or 4 L's for Floyd Mayweather. And these aren't just, you know, getting punched in the face by boxers L's. These are getting choked out, elbowed out, fucking crucifixed. What are you really talking about? Like, would just be super embarrassing for Floyd. On top of his ego, yeah, it wouldn't count for his boxing record. He's 50-0 in boxing. If he lost in the UFC, it wouldn't matter. No, that would still kill his fucking whole legacy. If Floyd Mayweather comes to the UFC, his whole legacy is down the drain if he gets wiped out. I don't give a damn, because you're giving your whole sport a L. You're letting everybody know, yeah, you know, I can beat Connor in boxing, but we ain't got no fucking chance in MMA. That would just be that would be a bad look. And yeah, people would say, oh yeah, Floyd Mayweather never lost in boxing though. Like, yeah, but he got wiped up in the UFC. I don't know, it just seems bad for me all around. It's different for Conor McGregor going over to boxing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he lost in boxing, but he looked good in the fight. Floyd Mayweather would have to come over here, drop Conor McGregor in the first round, look real good, and then like lose in the second or third. But if he don't drop Conor McGregor, I don't even. Hey, Floyd Mayweather, come on over. Actually, fuck it, man. And if Floyd don't want to do it, I hope all of this talk hypes a different boxer to come into the UFC. Now, but let's get into what Floyd had to say, man, because it's so absurd what he had to say to TMZ, bro. The TMZ, you know, when they went on to continue talking about MMA, he was like, you know, as far as my wrestling, it's a 7 out of 10. What, Floyd? That's how you know he's full of shit. Floyd Mayweather's a way better troll than y'all give him credit for, clearly, because for Floyd Mayweather to think his wrestling is above a 1, he must have been wrestling with his baby mama. That's a joke. That's a joke. But I am just saying, you know, it's one thing to wrestle your little brother or wrestle with your girlfriend playfully, hopefully playfully, motherfucker. It's one thing to wrestle with them and get the upper hand and feel like you got some wrestling skills. It's a whole nother fucking level when you're talking about competitive wrestling or even mixed martial arts level wrestling and you've never done it before. And if you haven't even started training with Tyron Woodley yet, where the fuck you been practicing wrestling? How are you already a 7 out of 10? screenshot or it didn't happen, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And so I was gonna say, okay, well, even if we're gonna take Floyd's, you know, to the UFC seriously, we're gonna have to start seeing some screenshots of Floyd securing a takedown on time with, or you know, doing some sort of takedown defense at least. He ain't even gonna have to shoot for a takedown. That's not gonna be his game plan. But we're gonna need to see him stop a takedown. I need to see him stop a takedown before we even consider this shit. He said his wrestling was a 7 out of 10. I think he means like a 7 out of 10,000. He went on to say that his boxing was a 100 out of 10. Okay, well, if you can go crazy with your boxing, your wrestling is definitely a 7 out of 10,000. Then he said his kicks, maybe a 4 out of 10. Motherfucker, I guarantee you Floyd's kicks are better than his wrestling. No way. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we've talked enough about this, but I'm sure it's going to come back up in the near future whenever Floyd Mayweather actually starts to train with Tyron Woodley for his MMA octagon appearance. But if I was Floyd Mayweather, and what's probably going to happen, if I was Conor and Dana, I couldn't really even take this guy serious. Floyd's going to probably use this shit to stay super relevant or some crazy, you know, to get his name rolling, get some money in. You know, he's got the issues with spending money, tax problems, or allegedly. But what I'm saying is, Floyd Mayweather's probably going to build all of us up for this fight and pull the plug. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn. Injury. Fuck. You know, or say he's too old to be even learning wrestling, bro. You're going to get slammed on your head and break your hip. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. But what I am saying, though, it's not happening, man. Floyd Mayweather to the UFC, I just don't see it. But at the same time, we didn't see Conor go into boxing. That's the killer. That's the killer. Nobody thought Conor was actually going to fight Floyd, and it happened. So now you kind of got to take this at face value, like, oh shit, Floyd's actually training with Woodley now. So we'll see what happens, man. I'll keep you guys updated. With that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.